today's video is going to be my best cruelty-free makeup under $10. I'm really excited to do this. There's so many amazing, inexpensive options that you can buy that are cruelty-free. A lot of people think that drugstore makeup has to be non-cruelty-free, for example, like L'Oreal or Maybelline, but there are so many amazing cruelty-free options that you can purchase for under $10. So I wanted to take this video and share those with you today. I'm also planning on doing a best cruelty-free makeup under $25. That kind of expands the range a little bit for me, but this one is under $10. So these products are amazing for budgets. I have my notes on my clipboard here, so if you see me looking down, that's probably what it is. But without further ado, let's get into this video. I've been really excited to film this one. So product number one are the ColourPop Super Shock Shadows. These are $5. They are super inexpensive, but they have huge pan sizes and they're really pigmented. I like both the shimmers and the mattes. Most people only like the shimmer shades, but I like both of them. And I think that these are the prettiest shimmers that you can find inexpensively. So I'm going to show you some of my favorite shades. This one is called Rex. It's a black shade infused with blue glitter. I have Weenie, which is a rose gold shimmer, Melrose, which is a warm tone brown, and Paradox, which is a bright red. So I'm going to show you guys swatches on my arm. They are so incredibly pigmented and smooth. They're such a unique texture, really creamy, which allows you to get super pigmentation. So I really love these. I think they're such amazing value, and they have a really extensive color range, so you can totally find the Super Shock Shadow that you want. And kind of going along with those Super Shock Shadows are the ColourPop Pressed Powder Shadows. These are also $5 a pan. These are such beautiful matte single shades. The shimmers are not as good as the mattes, and definitely not as good as the ones in the Super Shock Shadows, but they are still very good quality. The mattes do have a little bit of kick up, but it's not unmanageable, and I think these are very amazing quality products for the price. And again, you get decent sized pans and a huge color array, so you can customize whatever palette you want. A little magnetic palette that I made from a ColourPop palette. Stay tuned because I'm going to be doing a ColourPop haul video, but these are some of my favorite shadows. These are some of my favorite inexpensive shadows. I use these all the time and I just love these. So I would definitely recommend purchasing these ones. Right, these are the last ColourPop product that I'm going to be mentioning in this video, but these are the Lippy Sticks. These are my favorite lipstick formula ever, high-end or drugstore, and they are only $5. I'm not so big of a fan of the Ultra Matte Lips and Ultra Satin Lips. I still like those, but these are so good. And that is why the Lippy Sticks made it into this video over the Ultra Satin and Ultra Matte Lips. And these are unlike any other lipstick in that the tip is very fine, so you can get really precise work, which is one of my problems with regular lipstick in a bullet. So I have two of my favorite shades here. This one is called Only You, and this one is Taurus by Kathleen Lights. So yeah, I absolutely love these. I'm going to definitely be picking up probably the entire line because I just... best lipstick ever. I definitely recommend this. So next up is this contour kit by Profusion. I believe this is $7 full price, but you can get it for $3 at TJ Maxx. That's where I've gotten mine. This is actually my second one. I've gone through one of these already, and it was just my favorite contour palette ever. In my opinion, this is on par with the Kat Von D contour kit and even better than the Anastasia contour kit, so that's saying a lot because those are very expensive kits. These are just very buttery, soft pigmented powders. This cool tone brown here is my dream contour shade. It's just so perfect for carving out a nice shadow under your cheekbones. The warmer tone brown here is a really good matte bronzer if you're into that kind of thing. And then the darkest shade over here, too dark for me to use anywhere on my face, but this does make a really nice eyeshadow because it's very buttery and pigmented. This highlight here is actually really pretty. I like using it on my body. Sometimes on my face it's a nice soft highlight. And then the banana shade here is really good for setting your under eyes. The only shade I don't use in here is this one here. It's kind of like a peachy nude tone shade. I might use that if I need a little bit more coverage or something, but I generally just don't reach for that one at all. Overall though, this is an amazing contour kit, and I use this all the time, pretty much every day. And I forgot to mention, when I did my makeup today, I made sure to use pretty much all the products that I mentioned in this video, so I am wearing that contour kit in addition to some of the other products that I'm using in this video. So next up are the e.l.f. contouring blush and bronzing duos in Fiji, Matte, and St. Lucia. So Fiji is great for me, a matte lover. I don't like having shimmery blush shades or shimmery bronzers on my face. That's just my personal thing. This blush is the perfect amount of pigment. You don't want a blush to be super pigmented, otherwise it's just going to be a harsh pink flush on your face, and you don't really want that. So this is really nice, buildable and blendable, and it's such a pretty color as well. And then the bronzer contour shade here, it's very similar to Hula Light. Hula Light is from Benefit, and it's not cruelty free. This is, so I definitely recommend this, and these are only $4. And then St. Lucia's totally beat up, but this blush here is a perfect dupe for the NARS Orgasm blush, and then the bronzer is a perfect dupe for Laguna bronzer. So if you're wanting a good dupe for those, get this one, $4, and this one is great for matte lovers. Both of these are $4, both amazing quality and amazing products in general. So this next product actually made it into my ride or die video, which you will see soon on my channel, but this is the NYX Liquid Black Liner. The reason I love this so much is that it has a very fine brush tip, which is perfect for applying a really precise wing. Again, I'm wearing it today. Super, super black, super pigmented, and honestly, I don't see any point in spending a ton of money on a high-end eyeliner. Well, I think that there are certain products that are better generally and high-end products. For example, like foundation or eyeshadow I think are better high-end. I think eyeliner is something you can definitely save money on and just get drugstore because it's going to be just as good. So I wasn't sure if I wanted to include brushes in this one, but I couldn't not include this one because it's my favorite brush for everything. I use this in every single eyeshadow look I do, and this is the Glamour Dolls Whale number 10 brush. The reason I think this is so special is that it's a small blending brush. So it is fluffy, but you can get really precise placement with this. And this is my favorite for placing shadows on the outer V and blending it out a little bit. This is my ride or die brush for any eyeshadow look I'm doing. Again, used it today, obviously. I'm just so glad that I have this because I use it every single day. So this next product is under $10, but it's from a high-end brand, so you might be thinking, well, this is not drugstore, and that's why I didn't include drugstore in the title. I just said it's best cruelty-free makeup under $10, because this is amazing. I think it's an essential, even though it is from a higher-end brand. This is from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and it is their pencil sharpener. So this is $6, and you're probably wondering, like, what makes this special from any other pencil sharpener that you could buy from, like, e.l.f. or something like that. In my opinion, this is the best one because it is the only pencil sharpener that I've ever found that can sharpen pencils to a point. So I find that very important for prolonging the wear of my eyeliners and my lip pencils because it can sharpen things back to that point that you got when you first bought it. And I think it's amazing for getting the most value out of your products. So this is definitely a must for me. Alright, so the next product is probably an eyeshadow palette that you've seen in other people's videos, and this is the Wet n Wild Comfort Zone palette. So first of all, I just want to get the elephant out of the room. This packaging, it's cheap and pretty horrendous. I don't like the packaging at all, but the shadows inside are amazing. They're so, so beautifully pigmented. It's honestly unreal how pigmented these are. This is a $6 eyeshadow palette, and in my opinion, this little duochrome shadow here, I'm wearing this on my eyes today, but it's like a duochrome flip between a like shimmery blue and red, and in my opinion, this entire palette is worth buying just for that one shade. But of course, these shadows are really pretty, and you could use all of these. They're very, very beautifully pigmented. Another complaint that I have with this is that there's no mattes in here, so it's hard to create a full look, but this is something I would use to supplement another palette. I would supplement in an all matte neutral palette so that you could create a full look with this. Overall though, I think these are really amazing shimmery shades. You do get a lot of product in these pans, and it's really, really beautiful. So I like to use this in tangent with other shadows, and it's a great deal. And I have another thing from Wet n Wild, honestly one of my favorite drugstore brands because their stuff is super, super inexpensive, probably one of the cheapest brands at the drugstore itself. And this is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation. So I have the shade Shell Ivory here. I went through a couple bottles trying to find my correct shade, and this one I think is it. It's a fair neutral shade, so good for people with fair skin and neutral undertones like me. When I first started using this, I really couldn't get over the fact that it kind of smells like paint, which was a little bit off-putting to me. It does smell like paint, but if you can get over that, it is a beautiful medium coverage foundation. It just gives the most beautiful, flawless finish. In my opinion, this is the best foundation at the drugstore. So if you can get over the smell, I think it's an amazing foundation, and I definitely stopped noticing it after a while, so I love using this, and I'm wearing it on my face today. So this is the last Wet n Wild product I'm going to include in this video, but it is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Concealer. So this goes along with the Photo Focus Foundation. Ow! I'm wearing it today on my face. This is good coverage. I typically don't go for drugstore concealers at all. I don't really like inexpensive concealers. I just tend to find that foundation and concealers are usually things that I prefer high-end, but this is one of the few drugstore concealers that I've actually liked. It blends out really nicely. It stays in place very well if you bake it. I just baked this with some under eye setting powder, and it stays on for a really good amount of time. So in my opinion, this is probably the best concealer that I've tried at the drugstore besides the LA Girl Pro Conceal, but I do have some problems with the shade range with that one, so yeah, I prefer this one. Oops, I dropped it. So yeah, I prefer this one a lot more, and I just really like this concealer. And the Photo Focus Concealer is $4. So this is something I use every single day. This is my Real Technique sponge. It is only $7. This is kind of dirty. I need to clean it, but my favorite beauty sponge ever. In my opinion, it's even better than the Beauty Blender because it has this flat edge here. I like using this for bouncing on my foundation like this. It's $7. I can't really fathom paying $20 for a sponge anyways, so I think this is a way better deal. Another way to get even more value out of this sponge is that when it's kind of beaten up on the outside, I like to cut it in half, and then the inside, it hasn't been touched at all, and it's basically a new sponge on the inside. So I like to use that for like a couple, like 10 or 20 more uses. So yeah, this is my favorite beauty sponge, and I would definitely recommend this. So the next product are the e.l.f. Beautifully Bare lipsticks, and these are $5 each. I have the shade Touch of Blush, touch of pink, and touch of nude. These are one of my favorite lipstick formulas. They're very moisturizing and they make the lips look really healthy. Just give a really pretty wash of color. If you want swatches of these, I included swatches in my e.l.f. haul video. I'm going to link that down below or in the cards up here. Yeah, no, my favorite color is Touch of Blush. Again, I'm wearing that today. Just a really nice sheer wash of color. These are very good for when my lips are chapped and then just need a little extra love and I can't really put a liquid lipstick on top of them. I like to go in with these because they're moisturizing and very nourishing to the lips. So yeah. Really, really good lipstick here, $5. You can actually find these at Target, so yeah, I'd really recommend these. And then another e.l.f. lipstick are the e.l.f. liquid matte lipsticks. Again, these are only $5 each, and then I have shade Praline, Tea Rose, and Blushing Rose. Again, if you want swatches of these, they are in the e.l.f. haul video, which I'm going to include in the cards. But these are some of my favorite drugstore liquid lipsticks ever. Very light feeling, so they don't feel super heavy on the lips, and they're very pigmented too, so you only need a light layer. They're not overly drying either, like I don't feel like my lips are parched, which is amazing for a $5 liquid lipstick. I'm not expecting like Ofra level formula where it doesn't dry out your lips at all, but I'd say these are these are a moderate level of drying, really manageable, and even better if you include the next product, which I'm going to show you right now. So this is the e.l.f. Liquid Lip Primer. This is only, I think, $4. And I like wearing this under liquid lipsticks. It's really good for keeping your lips hydrated, just forming a nice barrier between the product and your lips themselves. It keeps your lips from feathering. It keeps your lips from fading away. I like using this underneath the ColourPop Ultra Matte, the Anastasia liquid lipsticks, Too Faced Melted Matte, and the Kylie liquid lipsticks. And I also use this under the e.l.f. liquid lipsticks, and I find that this helps a lot. So I pretty much wear this with any liquid lipstick that I find to be drying, and it just really solves the problem. So I would definitely recommend picking this up, and yeah, it's amazing. So the next product is another liquid lipstick, and this one is from BH Cosmetics. This is actually more expensive than the matte ones from e.l.f. This is $9, but it is a really good formula. It's not overly drying. It is a lot better if you're using the e.l.f. primer with it. Again, it's not a super drying formula. It's definitely manageable. These have really gorgeous pigmentation, and they dry down very quickly. I have the shade Clara here. So really amazing formula. I love this. So this next product is from Makeup Revolution. It is the Vivid Baked Highlighter. I have the shade Radiant Lights. So again, I am wearing it on my face today. As you can see, it's a really, really pretty glow. I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but it's a really pretty glow. It's super pretty, and it's kind of blinding but natural. I know that's kind of a contradiction, but it is. It's blinding, but it doesn't have super like glittery chunks in it. I just think it's a really nice, pretty highlighter. The formula is very soft. It just feels very smooth and buttery, and it's just so, so, so pretty. You also get a huge pan size, and this is only $6, so I think it's an amazing, amazing deal. And I use this all the time. So, favorite drugstore highlighter right here. This is my favorite nude lipstick from the drugstore, and this is the Milani lipstick in number 69 Matte Beauty. It's just a regular lipstick, but look at this color. Oh my god. It's just such a pretty pink-toned, neutral matte lipstick. I find this to be very creamy and pigmented, and it's just, this is my ride or die shade from the drugstore. I do own some of the darker shades, and I don't like those actually. They're kind of patchy, but this one is not patchy. So I think the darker shades you might want to steer clear from, but this one is amazing, and I would definitely recommend this. And then this is the last product in my video, and it is the e.l.f. Matte for Matte eyeshadow palette in Summer Breeze. So this is the Matte for Matte 2. Again, wearing it on my eyes today. This is such a beautiful, beautifully pigmented product. This really gorgeous pigmentation. I love like the peachy tone shades here. They have this like nice mustard orangey shade here. I think this can create looks very similar to what the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette might create, or it might even be a dupe for the Too Faced new Just Peachy Mattes palette. This is my favorite palette at the drugstore, and it's all matte, so you could actually use this with the Comfort Zone palette that I mentioned earlier, but this is just seriously such an amazing palette. I would definitely recommend picking this up if it's not sold out. I don't think they have it in stores. I think it's only on elf.com, but yeah, amazing, amazing palette. Okay, so that includes my favorite cruelty-free makeup under $10. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe down below. Let me know what your favorite picks are from this video, if you've tried any of these products, or what some of your favorite recommendations that are under $10 from the drugstore would be. So, and if you made it to the very end, I love you.